So in my opinion, the iPhone 14 series is probably going to be one of the most complex iPhone, releases Apple has ever made. Now, I want to go and break this down in a few different ways as fast as possible. The first thing being, the biggest changes this year are going to be focused on the Pro models. Now, this makes a lot of sense because Apple spends more money to manufacture the Pro models and they cost more money, so that should be something that they do. But from the iPhone 13 to the iPhone 14, the base models, this is probably going to be one of the smallest, upgrades we've ever seen from any iPhone from one year to the other. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this could probably be a push for Apple just to really focus on their Pro lines and to really forget about their base models, which is pretty crazy. Now, from the iPhone XR to the iPhone 11, which were the cheapest ones, this was a pretty big upgrade in my opinion. We had a dual camera setup and Apple cheapened the price tag, which was awesome. Then from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 12, we got the flat sides, we got a little bit of a better build quality, I would say. We got, I guess, a little bit of a better camera, but we got an OLED display finally on these cheaper end iPhones. Even though it's not cheap, it still went up in value and price a little bit, but we still got a better phone. From the iPhone 12 to the iPhone 13, we got better camera setup, we got cinematic mode, we got a little bit of a better display, but kind of the same thing, faster phone, and a little bit tiny of a smaller notch. We were still missing on our promotion and things, but for the most part, it was a pretty good, upgrade. But now with the iPhone 14s, it's looking like there's going to be such little differences, it's not even funny. Starting off, it looks like these phones are probably going to have the same exact chipset inside. Now, there's been many reports saying that, pretty much the iPhone 14 is going to have a faster chipset, but still most likely the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 14 are probably going to be roughly around the same, if I'm being honest. I also don't know about the future longevity and future updates that the iPhone, 14 are going to have. Are they going to match the iPhone 13? Or are they going to match the iPhone 14 Pro? And this brings us to the differences between a 14 and 14 Pro. The 14 Pro is going to have a better build quality, a way better cameras. It's going to have a better display because it's still going to have promotion, but the notch is the big thing. The notch is now being removed on the iPhone 14 Pros, but it's staying on the iPhone 14s. From all the reports and rumors that we're seeing, that's kind of what it is. I hope that's not the case, but how crazy is that within 1 year, the same time an iPhone is being released is the same time an older technology like the notch is still being in place. And $800 for an iPhone, for 14 Max, or I think that's $899 and then $799 for the standard iPhone 14, that's not a cheap amount of money. That is a ton of money to spend on a phone, with taxes, you're pushing almost $1,000 to be honest. So it's actually pretty insane that at this time, Apple is still going to be making an iPhone with a notch, probably with the iPhone 14s, and then we're going to have this newer revolutionary phone with the iPhone 14 Pro. At least that's kind of what Apple's thinking, and it's crazy because the difference in price isn't really that high, but the difference between an iPhone 13 and iPhone 14, there's really not going to be that big of a difference, but the difference between a 14 and a 14 Pro is going to be a massive difference. So I think if all the rumors are true, this is probably going to be one of the more complex iPhones I've ever seen Apple release. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.